Are you ready for the King of the Ice? Pete's Power Plays with Philly Pete starts now on 12 Ounce Sports.
And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Tuesday, December 7th, 2021 episode of Pete's Power Plays. I'm your host, the King of the Ice and Fantasy Football Guru, Philly Pete, and we're live on 12 Ounce Sports and Zingo TV, channel 761. Thank you all so much for taking time out of your busy afternoons and hanging out with yours truly as we discuss a huge NHL slate for tonight. 10 games on the menu. I will have my neighbor, actually a neighbor of mine from the Philly region, Northeast area. I'm from South Jersey, and another buddy of mine in the Philly area. We're literally, when we're down the shore in the Jersey Shore, we're literally neighbors. It's crazy to think that. But my man, Tones Takes, at Tones Takes, will be on board with me this afternoon at 12:10 Eastern Time, 9:10 a.m. out in the West. So make sure to tune in to the second half of the show. So he'll be on at 12:10. And we'll discuss tonight's NHL 10-game card. Also, I will go over my weekend slate. I know it's been busy. Holidays are here. Of course, it's busy. I have a 7-month-old daughter. And then my wife and I, we're getting things settled in the house, getting all the decorations set up for Christmas and the holidays, getting last-minute gifts, last-minute shopping, wrapping, the whole shebang. You know what it is. It gets crazy, especially when you have little ones running around the house. So my apologies for not getting my NHL recap out sooner, but I did yesterday, and we're finally up to date. So I'll talk real quick about the weekend recap. Last night's plays, we go plus again. 17 of the last 23 NHL cards now are on the plus side. Still have a little bit of grinding to do. Actually, I still have a pretty decent amount of grinding left to do to get back to the even side of things. But it's good to see. We're getting back into the positive mindset thing. But as always, this show, Pete's Power Plays, is sponsored by BetUS. 12 Ounce Sports is an official partner right now of BetUS. Create an account with them today and use the promo code 12ounce, 120Z, and they'll match your first deposit up to 125%. Once again, BetUS, 12 Ounce, put in right there as your promo code, and they'll match your first deposit up to 125%. Zingo TV, channel 761. Those out there that are tuning in, welcome aboard today. If you don't have Zingo TV, it's a free app. Download it on any streaming device out there that you may have. Zingo TV, and then after signing up, flip over to channel 761. That's 761, where you'll be hearing today's episode live, of course, of Pete's Power Plays. Amazon.com, okay, holiday season's here. 12 Ounce Sports does have a website with them, so go to www.12ouncesportsradio.com/Amazon. And last but not least, we have 12 Ounce Sports Store. All right, like I said, holidays are here. The hoodie, a lot of hoodies are. It's the winter. The winter is right around the corner. We're here. We're getting into the cold weather. Gotta stay warm. Check out the 12 Ounce Sports Store. Get a lot of Philly Pete apparel. Or Pete's Power Plays apparel. So check it out today. Get your hoodie. I have everything: shirts, hoodies, t-shirts, tanks, whatever you name it, different colors. So support the crew today and check out the 12 Ounce Sports Store. So we're live, brand new week, brand new episode, December 7th. We're rocking into December right now. We really are. November treat us well. We're heading into December with another great start to December as well. We're kicking off gears with the NHL cards. Hopefully we get to a nice solid ground before the new year, and then we could rock out January. What a great November in terms of hockey for me. Bouncing back down. I was down over 40 units, like I said. Finally trickling it down to about under 20 units now. I'm about down to about 19 units. So, but I will recap. That's where my mind is on Tuesday. Recap everything, excuse me. So we'll talk about that. All right, so on Friday, on the 3rd of December, I had the Rangers in regulation at minus 120. That cashed out. Oilers and Kraken over 6. That cashed. The three-teamer at plus 300, that didn't cash out, but because the Oilers still have yet know how to play hockey in the last couple of games here. But however, the two-team parlay, first period over at plus 200, that did cash out. So Friday was good. Saturday was positive as well. Saturday, we a long list of games, and we ended up still getting less than a unit in positivity. So rather than me recap every game, let's just do the recap that I tweeted out yesterday. Like I said, on the 3rd of December, on Friday, we go 4-2 with a plus 3.2 overall units. Saturday, on the 4th of December, we go 7-6 with a plus 0.7 overall unit. And then on Sunday, we go 5-4 with a plus 1.3 overall units. So, like I said, I mean, weekend treated us well, all positive money. Last night, once again, positive money. Once again, we go 4-2. Last night, the Flyers and the Avs over 1.5 first period. That was a no-brainer. That was an easy winner, easy money. You had 7 goals in the first period, and the clients had the over 6 in the overall full game over. So that cashed out the first period. I wish every NHL game when you're betting the over were like this. Like no sweat, not waiting until the last minute for an empty netter, because empty netters have been terrible nowadays. Can't get an empty netter at all nowadays. Like it's just how the NHL has been. But last night they finally cashed out a first period over, but let alone an over 6 that took only 20 minutes to get to, is awesome. That's just a gift that keeps on giving. And I kept saying about the Avs overs. These Avs overs are still keep cashing out. We're going to still ride these Avs over, these Sabres overs. I mean, these are teams that, they're giving you gifts. They really are. So the Flyers and Avs over 1.5 first period, that cashed out. Ducks Caps over 5.5, that cashed out as well. Penguins money line and the over 5.5. That was the same game parlay at plus 190. I was feeling it. That cashed out. Penguins with a nice ass kicking against the Kraken, and the over cashes out at plus 190. A good solid parlay there at the end of the night. Senators and Devils over 5.5 or 6, whatever you had. That loss, unfortunately. That was a bad beat. You had 2-2 after the second. Couldn't get a couple goals to start the third period, but that's just how it goes. It's okay. Clients, Devils -1. That lost. And then, of course, like I said, the Avalanche and Flyers over 6, that cashed out as well. So all in all, 4-2 on the night with a plus 2.4 overall units. Right now, my NHL season stands at 205 wins, 207 losses, and 6 lovely pushes. That gives me a grand total right now of minus 17.25 overall units. Like I said, I thought I was in 19, but yeah, like I said, that's why I do these recaps. So, all right. A little bit, like I said, minus 17.25 units overall. Like I said, a couple weeks ago, we were down under the brink of things. Really, we were. So, but on that note, sit back, relax, give me a 2-minute commercial break, and when I get back, my man Tone at Tone's Takes will be on the call right now. We'll be discussing tonight's NHL card. So sit back, relax, give me 2. I'll be right back.
12-Ounce Sports has a new home for betting. BetUS.com is the official place to place your bets and support 12-Ounce Sports. All you have to do is go to BetUS.com and type in the promo code 120ZE and you'll instantly get a deposit bonus. This is America's favorite sports book. And remember, always gamble responsibly.
And ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in and taking that quick 2-minute commercial break with me. This is the Tuesday, December 7th, 2021 episode of Pete's Power Plays. I'm your host, of course, Philly Pete, and we're live on 12 Ounce Sports and Zingo TV, channel 761. This show, as always, is sponsored by BetUS. Create an account with them today. Use that promo code 12 Ounce. That's 12OZ. And they'll match your first deposit up to 125%. Also, Zingo TV, channel 761. Welcome on board those that are tuning in right now. And of course, don't forget to check out the 12 Ounce Sports store. A lot of good stuff there to pretty much cash out on whatever you want. Holidays are right here. So check it out today. Support the crew and do your thing. All right, so what everybody's been waiting for, that's that time right now. 12:10 on the East, 9:10 on the West. I'd like to introduce a very good friend of mine, a good neighbor. We kind of got introduced to each other about probably close to a year ago right now, and a great guy of mine, like I said, down the shore buddies as well in Sea Isle. So let's bring him on, shall we? None other than the man, the myth, the legend himself, Tone, my man at Tone's Takes. How you doing, my man?
Good, Pete. Thanks for having me on. Appreciate it.
Anytime. Thanks for always taking time out of your crazy schedules. Holidays are here, as we know, and glad that you're here and we can talk some NHL hockey. So, all right. So let's break it down. We have 10 games on tap today. I know you're a prop guy. I know, and your numbers have been very, very well so far this season. So right off the bat, any sort of prop bets do you want to give to the fans out there, real quick?
There's a couple that I'm looking at. I haven't locked anything in yet. I wish some of these goalie props came out a little earlier, fully safe props, but they usually don't come out till closer to game time. A couple of Islanders props I kind of like. Mark Barzal, I think it's over 2.5 shots at -115 against Ottawa. Anders Lee might be another good one at -128. But they're starting to catch up a little bit on these props. A lot of them used to be plus money, 2.5. Now some of them are starting to go up to 3.5 at plus money. So a little bit of an adjustment, recently. So nothing that's really locked in yet. I still have to kind of take a look at the prop slate.
All right, sounds good. All right, so let's knock it out. Let's start off with the. I won't do it based on the order of what I have here. Columbus Blue Jackets at the Toronto Maple Leafs. Over/under set at 6 here. Leafs a whopping -255 on the money line. Looks like 80% of the money is on Toronto. Leafs are 10-3-1 at home. Covering the puck line, they're 5-9 in their last 14 and 5-5 with their overs in their last 10. Columbus, on the other hand, +215 on the money line. 4-7 on the road, 5-6 on the road, covering the puck line, and 6-4 in their last 10 with the overs. Right away, when I think about this game, I mean, Columbus has been. I feel like their overs have been cashing out, a decent amount as of late. We saw it the other night against San Jose. The 10 spot was dropped in that game. But Toronto's been playing good. Obviously, they're a great home team. That's too much for me to take on. I would never drop $255 to win $100 on a money line play like this. But I would consider taking Toronto in regulation, -1.5 on the puck line. But I'm actually digging the over in this one too. Just the way that Columbus has been giving up goals, Toronto has been scoring and giving up goals as well. So that's where I'm at with this game. Any insight on this one, Tone?
Yeah, over looks good for sure. First period over looks like a decent play as well. Columbus, they give up a ton of shots on the road. They give up a ton of goals. They just all over the place. But they should be good for at least 1 or 2 against Campbell, who's been really solid for the Leafs. But yeah, I mean the over would be kind of the only play in this game. This line's a little too high for my liking.
Yeah, exactly. I couldn't agree more. Okay, so that sounds like a plan to me. We both like on the over there. All right, moving on there. Tama Bay at the Montreal Canadiens. Over/under set at 5.5. Montreal opened up at +155, now at +190 at home right now. Obviously, it makes a lot of sense here. Tampa, again, another team that's over 200 betting odds at -215. Looks like 85% of the money is heading in that direction. Montreal, we know, the toilet of the NHL, 4-8-1 at home, 4-9 at home covering the puck line, and 6-4 with the overs in the last 10. Tampa coming in hot on the road, 7-2-1 in their last 10 on the road. 6-5, however, covering the puck line, and 7-3 with the overs. Another game where I'm iffy on taking Tampa, even though they should win here tonight. Another team that I would consider taking them in regulation. I believe they're at -120. I would consider that because, again, Montreal is the epitome of the NHL. I just cannot trust them right now. And let alone another game that I like the over. I like the first period over in this game as well. And I like the full game over 5.5. I mean, Tampa is scoring, and their offense is starting to explode pretty damn well. Obviously, we saw against that Flyers game, and they're scoring, and that's what I like to see. So I like the over 5.5 in the first period, and give me Tampa in the regulation. Tone, any insight on this one?
Yeah, I like that Tampa regulation bet too. That would be the only way I would go in this game. Montreal is just a mess right now. No Price, no Weber. Toffoli's hurt now. Tampa Bay in regulation, I think, is a good bet.
Perfect. Yep, exactly. That's exactly what I like to see as well. Okay, so far so good with the first two games agreeing on a couple of spots here. I like that. Okay, next one. This is a tough one, but the Islanders at the Senators, over/under at 5.5. Looks like the Islanders are getting a lot of love here at -150 on the money line. Ottawa coming back after they're on a back-to-back, playing in a shootout last night, winning in New Jersey, traveling back home to Ottawa, and are at +130 here on the money line at home. This is about a 60-40 split for the most part. Islanders, of course, getting 60% of that money. Ottawa 4-8 at home, 5-7 covering the puck line in their last 12, and 6-4 with the overs in their last 10. Islanders, on the other hand, as we know, 5-6-2 on the road, 6-8 on the road in their last 14 covering the puck line, and 3-7 in their last 10 with the overs. For me, I'm not touching the total at all in this game. This to me, if I had to lean, I'd probably take the under in this spot just because I don't know what Islanders team's going to show up. When are they going to win? Tonight could be the game. Tonight could be the game. I had a lot of people reach out to me saying the Islanders are a lock. At -150, that is kind of juicy for me to take, knowing how bad this team has been. But when are they going to toss over a little bit and actually get a win? I'll give them a benefit of the doubt here tonight. I will take Islanders here. As juicy as it is, I just think that this is a team that has to flip the tide eventually. Got to win this game. Ottawa, again, tough back-to-back. Traveling back home after an overtime shootout game against the Devils last night. So that's where I'm going. Islanders money line -150, and I'm leaning on the under 5.5 here between the Sens and Isles. Tone, what do you got?
Yeah, this is the first game I looked at. I was going to play it. I don't know if I'm going to play it now, but if I were to play it, I would go Islanders in regulation.
Mm-hmm.
It's you can get it +110. Got to think this is the game that they're going to win. With Ottawa getting that win last night in Jersey on a back-to-back.
Mm-hmm.
I can't lay that price with them though. So I would take my chances in regulation, get it at like +110.
Yeah, and I couldn't agree more there. Plus odds, good value there in regulation, +110. That's a good spot too. Something that I would consider as well taken if I'm not really feeling that juicy -150 price. But this is a good spot for the Isles to hopefully turn the tide and get a W in Ottawa tonight. Okay, Nashville, we go to Hockeytown. Nashville Predators at the Detroit Red Wings. Music Town visits Hockeytown. Over-under set at 5.5 here. Detroit +100 even on the money line, and Nashville -120. This is as close as you get. 50-50%. Money flying each way here. Detroit, a beautiful 9-2-2 home record this year. 7-6 at home, covering the puck line, and 5-4-1 in their last 10 with the overs. Preds come in 5-5-1 on the road, 6-5 in their last 11 on the road, and 6-4 in their last 10 with the overs. This is a very tough game. Probably goes up there with the Islanders game, but this is basically a pick'em game for me. But I think Nashville comes into Hockeytown. As much as Detroit has been playing extremely well, don't get me wrong. No pun intended at all for Detroit. But I think Nashville comes into Hockeytown. I think they take care of business. So I like the Preds here on the money line at -120. And again, another team where this could be a game where it could go over, it could go under. Nashville has been inconsistent for me in terms of scoring, so this is another game that I would probably not a total bet for me, but I would lean on the under here as well. But I do like the Nashville Predators here on the money line at -120. Tone, what do you think here?
I would probably wait to see if Saros is playing or not. I got a feeling they may go to Rivet tonight.
Yeah.
But Detroit at home, they are, let's see here, they are averaging, I just had it up here, they're averaging over 3 goals per game at home.
Yep.
And then Nashville is giving up over 3 goals per game on the road.
Right.
Detroit has hit 3 goals in 10 of 13 home games this year.
Yeah.
You can get their team total 2.5 -125, or you can even bump it up to 3 to get plus money on it at +135. So I would lean that way with Detroit. They're just a different team at home than they are on the road. Great, fun team to watch. Good to see them, playing well this year, getting them back on the map. But like you said, Nashville can be a little too inconsistent. But I would lean the Detroit team total.
Yeah. I like that play as well. It's a good spot there. And yeah, like you said, hopefully, this gives Hockeytown, fans basically a reason for them to have some fun this season because they're playing pretty solid. And it'd be good to see these good teams that we're used to seeing in the 90s be so good, finally coming back to life where we are today. Okay, next up, Anaheim Ducks against the gift that keeps on giving up goals, the Buffalo Sabres. Over-under is set at 6 here. Another game where this is basically a pick on Buffalo +105, Anaheim -125. 70% of the money going towards Anaheim. Buffalo 6-6-1 at home, 7-6 covering the puck line at home, and 6-4 in the last 10 with the overs. Anaheim comes in, goes East Coast, 4-4-1 on the road, 9-2 in their last 11 covering the puck line. A good number there, and 6-4 in the last 10 with the overs. I keep riding the Sabres over, and I want to keep doing it tonight. So right off the bat, I like the Buffalo Sabres over 6 in this game here tonight. I want to keep taking it until it loses eventually. And, give me the Ducks at this small line. It seems kind of fishy that they're not a little bit more, but I know Anaheim's traveling east, but I mean, that puck line record, 9-2 in their last 11 on the road, is pretty solid. That puck line at -1.5 you could easily probably get at +130, well, probably like +130-ish. I don't have that number on me right now, but I like the Ducks here, -120, and a stronger lead on the over 6 between these two teams. What do you like here?
Well, I like the Ducks also. Definitely like the over. It's going to be one of my plays. Anaheim's 8-3 to the over away. Buffalo 6-5 to the over at home. Both teams like to run and gun. And if you're worried about the back-to-back, the Ducks are 3-0 to the overs on the second leg of a back-to-back. So over's definitely a play for me in this game.
Beautiful. I like the way that we think. It must be a Philly thing. So, all right. Beautiful stuff. All right, moving on. About 5 games left. Florida Panthers at the St. Louis Blues. This might very well be a dog play of the night for me. But Blues +130 on the money line. Florida -150. Over-runners at 6 here. St. Louis, for some reason, opened up at +110, now at +130. They're 7-3-1 at home this year, 6-5 covering the puck line, and 5-4-1 with the overs in their last 10. Florida comes in on the road 3-3-1, 5-4 on the road covering the puck line, and 6-4 in their last 10 with the overs. Excuse me. Florida's getting 60% of the money here, but this to me seems like a revenge factor. We had a game on Saturday. They played early afternoon. St. Louis was up. And Florida comes back and wins in a shootout. This, to me, is a revenge factor, and I always do this. And at +130, this is going to be Philly Pete's dog play of the night for me. I like the Blues money line at +130. I mean, another team with the Panthers, these goals have been nonstop. Could this be a game where, hey, listen, it could be a trap, it could be under. But again, another team that I'm going to keep taking the overs until it eventually falls. So light lean on the over 6, but I do like the Blues here on the money line at +130 as a good home dog in a revenge factor game against Florida. Tone, what do you got here?
Love the Blues tonight. Love the Blues in this game. A lot of times with these home and homes, and not even with the home and homes, like out of conference games, you'll see one team win, on the road, and then the other team lose when they come back home. Happened with the Kings and the Leafs earlier this year. Same kind of thing here. It happened with Tampa and St. Louis last week.
Yeah.
Love the Blues today. 7-3-1 at home. Florida, they're giving up goals. They're scoring goals, but they're giving up goals. There's some issues there they have to figure out. I do like the over as well. I'll probably be on both of those.
All right, perfect. There you go. You're only hearing it from the best guys right here, Tone and Philly Pete. I mean, what can I say? Agreeing on a lot of tonight's action, so that's what I like to hear. All right, by far could be the toughest game of the night right here. Carolina at the Winnipeg Jets, over under at 5.5. Winnipeg opened up at plus 105. Now they're at minus 110. Movement going towards the Winnipeg Jets. They're at home. This is a pick 'em. Minus 110 each way. Looks like 60% of the money is going towards the Jets. They're at home. Jets 9-3-1 at home this year. 8-5 at home covering the puck line, and 5-5 in their last 10 with the over spot. Carolina, a fantastic road team as well. 9-3-1 on the road. They match Winnipeg's home record. Simple as that. 6-7 on the road covering the puck line in their last 13, and 3-5-2 in their last 10. Or in their last 10, with covering with the overs. Under 5.5 is where I'm on with this game. But again, another game that could go either way. I mean, Carolina is unreal on the road this year. They have been. They've been easily one of the best NHL teams, if not the best team in hockey. And Winnipeg's playing better. They had a slow start to the season, but here you go. Winnipeg at home, 9-3-1. Light lean on the under for me, but this game, I'll probably lay off of it. I probably don't have a player with the side, but give me the Hurricanes. I like the Canes just the way they've been playing. Their road record obviously is stating the truth. You can go either way here, but I like the Hurricanes here in a pick-em game. They could see maybe a 3-2 sort of game, but that's where I'm at. Tough game to call. Tone, what do you like in this one?
Yeah, I definitely lean Carolina and the under. Also, this very tough game to call. Maybe a good prop for this game is I haven't looked at it yet, but I'm sure it's a good price. Game to go to overtime. Kind of see these two teams playing it tight, kind of like maybe 2-2 game, 3-2 overtime. Just has that feel to it. Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Yeah, that draw play you could probably get anywhere. I would assume the draw is probably in plus 300s possibly. That's what I'm thinking. But that's a good play for a draw. I could absolutely see that and playing for OT. All right. Next up, we have the Rangers at the Blackhawks, over under at 5.5 here. Another game that's pretty much of a toss-up here. Rangers a slight favor, minus 125. Hawks are plus 105. However, 70% of the money is going towards the Rangers here. Chicago playing decent as of late, 5-5-1 at home, 5-6 at home covering the puck line, and 4-6 with the overs. Rangers, on the other hand, 8-3-2 on the road. Another team that's playing really hot at the right time, and 9-4 on the road covering the puck line in their last 13. 4-6 with the overs in their last 10. I like the first period over in this game. That's where I'm leaning right off the bat with, and I want to continue with the Rangers' way. I really do. Again, another team where they played each other last time, of course. But I like the Rangers here. Money line at minus 125. I'm digging this spot here. And first period over. I can see this game starting off pretty hot. Maybe a 1-1 or definitely getting that over feel in the first period, but kind of dying out in the second and third periods. That could probably sway me to take the under 5.5. That's where I would lightly trend here. But my favorite play of this game is definitely the first period over, and most likely Rangers here on that small money line. What do you got here? I lean the Hawks in this one. Bjorkgren visiting goal now for the Rangers.
Yeah.
I'm sure he'll get going, but his game has been leaky this year. I just like the way Chicago has been playing since the coaching change.
Yeah.
They're at home. I would probably lean Chicago, maybe Chicago team total over at home.
There you go. All right, I like that. Very good. All right, next up, this is probably going to be one of my favorite overs of the night because we have to keep riding it. But Minnesota Wild at the Edmonton Oilers, over-under is at 6.5. I hate that line, but at some point you got to take these. Oilers minus 130 on the money line. They have to win eventually, right? And the Wild at plus 110 as a small dog. Looks like 70% of the money going towards Oilers. Oilers, of course, a great home team, 9-2 at home, 5-6 covering the puck line, and 6-3-1 with their overs. Minnesota 7-4-1 on the road, 6-6 covering the puck line on the road, and 8-2 in their last 10. This is a trendy over for me. I mean, I'm not thinking about it twice. I mean, give me the over 6.5. Give me the over first period 1.5. And I just feel like Edmonton has to win this game. They have to. They got smoked by the Kings. They got embarrassed, to be honest with you. And they're back at home. I think this is a game that Oilers have to win. I mean, I'm sure they were looking forward to this one. Should be a great game tonight at 9 o'clock at night, even though I'll probably be passed out by 9:30. But give me the Oilers money line here, small, -130. And I like overs everywhere, first period and over 6.5. Real quick, Tone, what do you like?
I totally agree with the over. I hate playing 6.5, so if I'm going to do a 6.5, I'm going to play it at 7 and get +155 on it.
Yeah.
Love it. There's going to be plenty of goals tonight. Look at McDavid to score tonight. After what happened the other night, got kicked out of the game. He's going to have a little startle his game. You can get him at +110. Just, we like a little bit more value to score a goal, but anytime you get him at plus money coming off the game, a game like the other night, I think that's a good bet. But David to score +110.
Yeah, you can't go wrong there. It's a good spot. Gets a little bit of value there. He has to be a little bit ticked off of what happened to him. So, yeah, I like that as well. Good spot there. All right, and the last game, the nightcap at 10:30, you have the Calgary Flames, the red-hot Calgary Flames, at the San Jose Sharks, who also been playing pretty well. This over-under's at 5.5 here. Flames at -145. Sharks at +125 is a home dog. Looks like 70% of the money going towards the Flames. Sharks are 5-4-1 at home, 4-6 in the last 10, covering the puck line at home, and 3-7 in the last 10 with the overs. Flames come in 11-3-2 on the road, red hot, 11-5 on the road, covering the puck line, and 4-6 with the last 10 with the overs. I trend on the under here. I see a low. I mean, the way that Calgary's been playing, Sharks, like I said, had a nice over against Columbus the other night, but they come home now where they play, pretty solid for the most part. But I like an under fest in this one, under 5.5, and just you can't, just the Flames have been so red hot right now. It's tough to bet against them. It's a tough side for sure. And no disrespect to San Jose because they've been playing great as well. But I'm going to keep rolling the train with the Flames here. -145. Flames also in probably regulation. I see a 3-2 sort of game. But my more heavier side is on the under 5.5. Tone, what do you got?
I like Calgary in this game.
Yeah.
A couple times this year when San Jose has come home from a East Coast trip. I think both times I think they got shut out. I know they got shut out at least once. Mm-hmm. So I do like the Flames here. I'm gonna wait for the goalies to see who the goalies are. But I would probably lean with Calgary -1. Kind of get that up to is +115. Calgary -1. So I like that play. Also another play. Calgary in first periods on the road they are 12-2-2.
Wow.
Just
there you go.
Astronomical stat.
Beautiful
Money line. So.
Yeah, that's
So that might be a good play, too, with San Jose coming back from a trip. So I think I like those two plays. Calgary -1 and then Calgary first period up line -1.
It's a good spot, too. I didn't realize how good of a number of a stat that is with Calgary first period. So that's a good spot right there. Good stuff right there, Tone. But there you have it. I mean, Tone, thank you so much for taking the time out. I know it's busy with the holiday season and everything and work, of course, but I appreciate taking the time out and hanging out, talking pucks. I had a great time, and I look forward to doing this again with you.
Definitely. Thanks for having me on, Peter. Really appreciate it.
Anytime, Tone. Have a good one.
You too. Good luck tonight.
Thanks. You too. Bye. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was Tone at Tone's Takes. Make sure you follow him. Great guy. Like I said, a South Philly guy. The South Jersey Philly connection right there. Like I said, and follow him at Tone's Takes. Great guy, great stuff, great stats, great analysis, great record, posts really good props, definitely a good guy all around. So follow him and you won't be disappointed. And that's it for my show for today. Hope you all had fun. I'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place, 12 in the East, 9 out in the West. Have a great Tuesday night. Let's cash out some pucks and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.